Hello, Patricia. Sorry, I've got something caught in my throat. All right, no assistant with me tonight, so y'all have to take it easy on me tonight. It'll be hard for me to teach and keep up with the thread. Maybe somebody will show up in a little bit, but I'll do my best. Do we have anybody new here? It's your first time in class. First time with Travis and Shibboleth? Anybody? We want to welcome you. Can't hear me? Can y'all hear me? Annette can't hear me. Hey, Priscilla. Can y'all hear me clearly? I'll try to talk loud. I don't have a lapel mic tonight, so. All right. We want to welcome. Hey, make all of our new people feel welcome. Yay. Good to have you. Hello, Francine. All right, we'll get started. My name's Travis Martin. I've lost more than 100 pounds with this program. I've come off all prescription medications, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, acid reflux, type 2 diabetes, depression meds, come off all that stuff and been able to get all the weight off. I went from a size 44 in the pant to a size 32, went from 44% body fat down to 11% as of this morning. And it just keeps getting better and better, does the Shibboleth lifestyle. I found myself many years ago accidentally teaching free grocery tours in Rome, Georgia. I did that for free for 3 years. The Lord used me to help a lot of people, and for that we give God the glory. And today, tens of thousands of people have went through this fast track course and have earned the fast track badge, losing tons of weight, and many of them keeping it off. If you make this a lifestyle, you will definitely reap the benefits of it. If you make it a diet, it's like any other diet, maybe a little more fun. I'm a funner coach. You'll lose it, gain it back. That's why we need to make sure that this is a practical, sustainable, and fun eating program for you. Now, I've got over 30,000 hours of classroom instruction. That does not include the many more hours I have working with people one-on-one, answering questions, whatnot. I've seen it all. I've heard it all. There's a lot to teach. And one of the things that we want to do is put an end to predatory weight loss programs, predatory diets that preyed upon me and prey upon you. This isn't a company that's going to prey upon, P-R-E-Y, prey upon your pocketbook and your wallets. We're not going to do that. But we are going to ask you to P-R-A-Y. We are going to ask you to pray. Pray. Okay. We talk a lot about the 4 pillars of wellness, that being faith, nutrition. Just those 2 things will get you to where you look good in your clothes. And then later on, if you want to look good naked, how many of you want to look good naked? Raise your hand. If you'll lie about that, you'll lie about anything. Then you got to add the exercise and supplementation. But exercise and supplementation will not work without good dietary habits. And we teach them and we make it fun. And you are all in the fast track course. There are 3 courses. There's fast track, there's the journey, Shibboleth Journey, and then there's the Tiger's Eye level. Those other 2 levels are more for intermediate students and advanced students. And that's when we begin to personalize the journey. When we start with fast track, it doesn't matter what issues you have. It doesn't matter if your pituitary is not working. It does not matter if you have thyroid issues. It does not matter what your underlying issues is. Fast track works for everyone. One of my biggest battles is trying to convince people, as special as they are, the apple of God's eye, when it comes to their biology and how you lose weight, there's no special people. There's just not. Our bodies work the same way. You've got to get in a calorie deficit daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, and you have to control the growth hormone, insulin. You've got to control the insulin, the fat bus. We call insulin the fat bus. And Fast Track is really about educating you on how to neutralize insulin and optimize your hormones for efficient fat burning. So insulin on Thursday, by the way, this is lesson 1. On Thursday, we'll take the test, pass the test, and earn the Fast Track badge together. Okay, everybody gonna do that with me? You can do anything for a week, can't you? And then by next week, you'll be prepared to stock up on your favorite whole foods or foods that you love, and you'll be able to get started. You can start tonight, but probably you want to go through the education process and really spend some time making a decision or thinking it through. Do you really want to change your life? Look around. What do you see everywhere? 2/3 of our population is overweight, obese, or morbidly obese. Obesity is the leading cause of all premature death in our country. I was dying, y'all. I was over 300 pounds and I was dying. But way before my physical body got in that shape, my spirit was dying. Anybody know what I'm talking about? No self-confidence, no self-esteem, losing hope, hapless, helpless, didn't think I'd ever lose weight. Go to the doctor. Doctor said, you'll always be overweight. It's genetic. I've been through all that too. And none of that's true. But we've got to get our mind right. We've got to get our heart right. Who's ready to get their heart right tonight? I'm ready to get my heart right tonight. I am not ashamed of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I am not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus. I have to get my heart right every day. I die to the love and the practice of the Big Mac and the chicken nuggets. And you'll have to do the same thing, my friend. You got to decide. You cannot have one foot in your old lifestyle and one foot in your new lifestyle. Nothing in life works that way. When you got a big goal, you got to be all in. Aren't you sick and tired of dealing with this year after year, the diet mentality, lose it, gain it, lose it, gain it, yo, 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 yo? Wouldn't you like to get this behind you and move on and never to worry about it again? That's what lifestyle does. This is a lifestyle. Approach it that way. Approach it like it's a new birth. That's what we need. Nobody taught us this, how to eat when we were young. By the way, are you hating on yourself? Are you beating yourself up? I know Brother Charles is here and he beats up on himself. You know, he's relapsed. Charles is relapsed. Brother, don't mind me telling you, I don't think he's got a relapse going on, right? Hurts my heart, hurts his heart. And he's beating himself up. He's beating up the wrong person. It's the enemy that's after you. The enemy. We don't war against flesh and blood, but against the principalities, powers, the rulers of the darkness of this world, spiritual wickedness in high places. That's what we're at war against, the enemy, your lower self. Let me put it that way, your lower self. He who is within you is greater than he that's in the world. You talking about your higher selves, talking about Jesus. You were created in the image and likeness of God, and you're supposed to be trying to imitate Christ. Quit touching and agreeing with the enemy and start saying, I can do. I can afford it. I do have the time. You got to talk different. Nothing's going to change. Nothing you're looking at is going to change until some things in here change. You got to have lifestyle. Take that foot up. You know, you're straddling the fence. Straddling the fence. Lift that foot up. It's on that old lifestyle on that side and pick it up and put it on this side and let's get going. Let's learn about this stuff. I'm going to educate you in ways you've never been educated. People often go through our beginner course and say, this is more than I got in 4 years at a university, and I studied nutrition. We hear that all the time. There's nothing like this. This program, it ain't me bragging, it's just how it is. God's got God's hand on the Shibboleth family. It's a ministry first and foremost. God is using this program. There's no program like this program. This is what, if you're here, God ordered your steps here. I talked to at least a dozen people today. It's every day. I said to God this week, I'm not going to let it get me down. I'm not going to let it get me down. I talked to a dozen people today. Travis, will you help me? Well, come on to class. I go live 2 times a day. Come on. I got meal plans for you. I'm going to teach you, educate you, all that stuff. You're going to learn more than you would learn in nutrition school in 1 week than you'll learn over there in 4 years. Come on now. I don't have time. Well, can you watch the recorded video? Don't have time. Well, can you go buy this stuff on the meal plan, some boar's head ham and some healthy life? I can't afford it. It's excuse. Dr. Murphy sees it in her practice, I guarantee you. You try to help somebody, ask for your help. You ain't pushing it on them. And then they say, would you help me? Would you help me? Would you help me? And no matter what you say, they got an excuse. Got an excuse. Who's ready to lay down the excuses tonight? Who realizes? Everybody repeat after me. I got the power. Power. You've got it. You've got the power. It's the power of the Holy Ghost. Stop being ashamed. You are children of the Most High God. Let's learn. Insulin. We're going to learn to neutralize the insulin. We call it the fat bus. This is lesson 1, everybody. What happens when the fat bus comes? Fat bus is the fat bus does. Appetite goes up through the roof. Fat storage takes place. And efficient fat burning mode stops for up to 48 hours. Hey, Kim Danke, I had somebody say the other day, Travis, I went to the Waffle House, and I'd lost a lot of weight on your program, but I hit a plateau. And I went to the Waffle House, and I had smothered and covered hash browns and about 7,000 calories. And the next day I lost weight. I did go sit on the toilet for a while. I said, yeah, well, you lost weight, the weight of waste. You didn't lose any fat. There's a big difference. There's a big difference, y'all. You're poo-pooing and pee-peeing ain't really what's cutting the mustard. What you're going to lose weight. You're going to fluctuate. You can fluctuate up or you can fluctuate down. And if you want to fluctuate down over time, look, your chart. Here's another thing that saddens me for people. They look at them scales and, they make friends with the enemy. Them scales is a liar and the truth ain't in them. Here's what everybody wants to do. Here's where their weight starts. Now, y'all know I'm telling the truth tonight. You know I'm telling the truth tonight. Somebody say, he's telling the truth. If we was in church, I'd say, look at your neighbor and say, he's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. Truth hurts. Yes, it does. The truth will set you free, but at first it'll kick you off. All right, so here's the way you want your weight chart to look, just like this, don't you? Here's your beginning weight, and here's your goal weight. Here's your goal weight. You want to start a program, and you want your weight chart to look like this, yes? And you want it to be fast. You want it to be fast, yes or no? And if it ain't, you quit. Now, here's the way a real weight chart looks like. It looks like this. The result's the same. The result's the same. But you're going to have weight fluctuations when your body's retaining fluid or retaining glycogen. That does not mean that you are storing fat. Listen. In order to burn fat, number 1, you have to be in a calorie deficit. Number 2, you have to not only be in a calorie deficit, but control insulin. Number 3, you have to get in adequate protein or you will cannibalize living tissue in the form of muscle. Muscle generates your metabolism. Fat does not generate your metabolism. It just jiggles and itches. Just jiggles and itches. Does anybody know how many calories is stored in a pound of fat? That's right. Way to go, girls. Way to go. 3,500 calories. Ain't nobody here fat. Look at your neighbor and say, I ain't fat. I just got a lot of extra energy. We're gonna do some of we're going to act like we in the Pentecostal church tonight. Look at your neighbor and say, I ain't fat. I just got a lot of extra energy and I am ready to burn it. Burn, baby, burn. Somebody turn on some of the Bee Gees music. Ain't that it? Burn, baby, burn. Is that it? Or is that KC and the Sunshine Band? I don't know. We got to get rid of it, y'all. Everybody shout. It's got to go. You got to get fired up. I don't know anybody that's ever accomplished anything without enthusiasm. You have to be fired. In fact, the word spirit, that's exactly what it means, enthusiasm. So if the fat bus, if the fat bus comes, appetite goes up, bet you can't eat just one, fat storage takes place, not just right then. Like you spike insulin, watch this, y'all. Watch. I'm going to be teaching you this stuff all week. I'm going to give you a meal plan before you go, so settle down. Settle down. We're going to give you the meal plan. We're going to teach you too. Kim Dankey's going to teach you. Everybody say, Kim's got the power. Look at your neighbor and say, Kim's got the power. I'm fired up tonight. Everybody look at your neighbor and say, Kim's got the power. Yeah, Kim's going to be teaching you. I'll show you where you're going to learn from her in a minute. We're going to give you hey, Kim Dankey, how much you think this program ought to cost? What do you think this ought to cost? The fast track that you do, the dashboard, what I'm doing 2 times a day, 4 days a week. What do you, $2,000? I think so too. 2,000. I was on a call the other day and they said I ought to be charging 7,000. I said, ain't nobody gonna pay me $7,000. That's what they told me. I swear I'm not lying. Actually, 7,500. I swear. What do we do it for? Free. You know what somebody just told me before this class? Travis, I told you I'd be there this week, but you do it every week, don't you? Taking it for granted. You're taking me for granted. I don't care. They took Jesus for granted. Who am I? Who am I? I'm nothing compared to Jesus. They took Jesus for granted, didn't they, Dr. Murphy? They took Jesus for granted. They sure did. All right, back to this. Steak, potato. You experienced members on the program. Can I have a steak? You new people, stay with me. I promise we're going to make this clear before you go. Can I have a potato? Can I have them together on a perfect day? No. Can I have them together on a holiday? Yes. Now watch. Here's why. Here's the magic. Are y'all ready for the magic? Sasha, has my magic wand come in yet? Somebody will say I'm being sacrilege, but they just being silly. Everything I do with the intent to do it unto Jesus. And if you don't know who Jesus is, let's slide that out and let's say Yeshua. Let's say Jehovah Rapha. Let's say Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God. Great Physician. Love, joy, peace, patience, gentleness, goodness, meekness, temperance, faith. So I need me a magic wand. I want a magic wand. I'm about to show you the magic. He's the I am. That's right, Charles. And so are you. Did you know that? Do you need me to break that down for you? I am that I am. That's right. Listen. Here am I, Lord. Here am I. Who's ready to say, here am I? I'm ready to lose weight, Lord. Here am I. I'm ready to live for you, eat for you, die for you. And I know it'll be abundant living here on out without an abundant waistline. Somebody say, Travis is on fire. Look, I always wanted to do that in the church, and they wouldn't let me get away with it. Look at your neighbor and say, Travis is on fire. All right. So look, here's why you can't have a steak and potato on a perfect day. Let me show you. Watch. So that potato, does it elevate blood sugar? It elevates blood sugar. So the BS, that's what it is, BS. It's BS. So here goes your BS. Your blood sugar goes up. Now your pancreas has to release the what? Has to release the fat bus. So the fat bus comes along here, you see, and here it comes. Let me show you. Let me show you the fat bus. Let's put some fire on there. Put some Goodyear tires on that baby. Yeah, there you go. There's the fat bus. So the fat bus pulls the blood sugar down and regulates it. Amen? So our body's working perfectly. We eat something in this combination, and we're doing it too often. We'll get into that too. But here's the fat bus. It regulates your blood sugar, but the insulin don't go away too fast. It stays in there for how long? About 2 days. It starts doing this, but it's slow. It's like the police at a crime scene. The crime scene takes up for a while. So here's what's happening now. The fat bus is on the scene. And what is it looking for? Thank you, Diane. What's it looking for, folks? Looking for some fat. That tater calls the fat bus, and it's looking for some fat. What's in the steak? Protein and fat. And the fat that's in it is long-chain triglycerides. They look like long candle wicks in the mind's eye, okay? So here's all these long candle wicks. Now, this fat, in the absence of the bus, it dissipates its heat and goes away. You won't store it if you don't overeat it. You can have a good portion of steak with the right other nutrient and not have a problem. But here's what's happening. It's burning slow. And you got this fat bus, you probably had some Texas toast with it too. Fat bus comes and it picks all these fat lipids up, picks all the kids up, and now it's going to plant them in the fat cells right here. Right here. Boom. Where's it planting them? Where's it putting them? Your butt. And then you're doing this, and through the years, that butt just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So we talk about food combinations that control that. Look. I have the right portion of steak and broccoli. Is there anything there that would cause the fat bus? Nope. If I don't overeat that steak, I got protein and fat. The fat is still there. But my body needs to use it as energy because I've been following Shibboleth and I'm in a calorie deficit. Even though it's in the form of fat and easily stored as fat, whoop, gone. So everything that we talk about in the next 4 days is about how to neutralize insulin through proper food combining. And I know the new people are like, how in the world am I going to learn all this? I promise you will. Somebody look at your neighbor and say, it's easy. It is easy. You just got to learn it. If a diet on a piece of paper would work, you'd already done this. If you could do it on your own, you would have already done it. We need one another. We need a little help. It's all right to have a little help. So I lost 44 pounds in my first 6 weeks and over 100 pounds in less than 6 months. And I started with nothing but a peanut butter sandwich, a grilled cheese sandwich. You got to learn how to have what we call a perfect day. There's 2 types of days on our program. A perfect day and a holiday. There's no in between. This is what changed my life. This right here. I'd get so depressed. I'd get so depressed, y'all. I was shy, still am. Nobody believes that, but I'd get so depressed and down on myself, and I think I'm never gonna get this weight off. I feel invisible. I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm never going to do it. It's going to take me forever. Oh, what am I going to do? I might as well take the medications and give up. I didn't know how to eat. And I left the doctor one day, bad doctor's report, really bad. And I started praying. I went home and I opened up the Bible and it landed in the 3rd chapter of Revelation. It said, I wish thou were cold or hot, but thou art lukewarm. Therefore I spew thee out of my mouth. I said, that's it. That's how I'm going to do it. I was inspired in that moment. And I've been teaching this ever since. And I was inspired because I thought, I got to take one day at a time. There's 7 days in a week. I'm going to try to have perfect days and all the days ending in Y. And I'm going to work hard, play hard. I'm going to have holidays too. I'm going to have days off. Because what was getting me in trouble was those high levels of insulin from me doing a little bit wrong, not a lot wrong all the time. Sure, I had the weekend hog trough nights, but that's not what got me in trouble. It wasn't my binge eating, believe it or not, that got me in trouble. It was all those so-so okay days. So we've got 2 types of days. There's no in between. And if you'll learn to live your days with this structure and these definitions, it's going to change your life. So I've got 2 types of days. It's easy to define a holiday. If I so much as lick the cheese dust off a Dorito, that's a holiday. Let me say that again, because you got to mean it. If I so much as lick the cheese dust off a Dorito, that's a holiday. If it's a hog trough day and they run me out of the buffet because I stayed from lunch to dinner, that's one holiday. If I lick a Dorito, because after the lick goes the crunch, after the crunch goes the bag, that's one holiday. All right. How many holidays do I get a month when I'm in weight loss mode if I want to lose body fat fast? I get 6. That's one a week and 2 extra for snacksidents. So you get 6 holidays per month. That's 72 a year. Is that enough? If you're serious about losing weight and living a better life and perfect days are easy to have, is that enough? Yeah. You know it is. Certainly that's enough. When I get into maintenance, how many do I get? And this is how I live my life, 12. I get 144 days a year off. Travis Martin can have perfect days Monday through Thursday and take off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's a deal right there. But you know what? I love Shibboleth so much and feel so much better. I don't do that most of the time, but I can if I want to. That's empowering. Don't ever tell yourself that there's something that you can't have. Do y'all hear me? Let's stop that. Let me pause here again, because we got to work mindset too. This is 9/10 mindset. That's why, none of these diets is working, because we don't work on behavior modification. Now, a lot of people take what I'm about to say wrong. If you're overweight, it's because deep down in the heart, in the mind, you want to be overweight more than you want to be at a lean weight. It's what you prefer. And as long as you prefer that, nobody can talk you into it. It's psychological. Search your heart and you know it to be true. Nancy's perfectly right. FOMO, fear of missing out. But what are we really missing out if we don't lose the weight? I'll tell you, y'all, losing weight was not hard, but let's say it was. It always was until it wasn't. Once I made up my mind, it wasn't hard at all. But when I was over 300 pounds, if I thought losing weight was hard, losing weight's going to be hard. Well, it wasn't as hard as being 300 pounds. And you know, I missed out on so much. The Apostle Paul said everything he had, all of his wealth, all the prestige, he counted it all as dung. Giving all that up was dung to him compared to what he won in Jesus. You'll win so much more. Once you take seriously your reasonable service to take care of your temple and to love yourself and to care for yourself, you'll count giving up a chimichanga as nothing. That's nothing. You're going to gain so much more. And we eat good food too. We eat all the stuff. You probably ain't going to change your diet that much at all. Just going to be a little pivot. All right. So you get plenty of holidays. And once you prefer to lose the weight and to live a lean and healthy life, you'll do it. You know in your heart, I know this. I believe this with all my heart. We may have new people here, and you're listening to me, and I sound like a hick. I know that. I'm just me. You may not like me. You may not like my style. I may not be your cup of tea, but I know that you know in your heart by looking into the camera and into my eyes that I'm telling you the truth. You know right now that I've showed up on the scene to help you. There's no way you can be around me and think that I wouldn't help you. You might come up with excuses. I may miss an email or something, and that's your excuse out. But you know in your heart that you've met somebody that's going to help you. But do you prefer to lose the weight? Here's another way you know that I'm going to help you, because I'll tell you the truth. The wounds of a friend are faithful. The kisses of an enemy are deceitful. So you got to make a decision. Every night this week, you get an opportunity to make a decision. Will I have a rebirth? Will I start life over and learn practical, will I forget what I thought I knew and learn practical, sustainable, and fun nutrition? That's the question this week. So now we got to talk. We know what a holiday is. That's easy to define. You gotta buy into that. If you so much as lick the cheese dust off a Dorito, that's a holiday. If you violate any of the perfect day rules, then that's a holiday, but they're easy to follow. Here's how we have a perfect day. And it takes 2 perfect days to get into efficient fat burning and start burning this stuff. Okay, here's how we do that. We drink our water, a half a gallon to a gallon of water a day. Now, you can have other beverages. You can have other 0-calorie beverages. You could even have Sprite Zero. I don't care. You can have any 0-calorie beverage or near 0-calorie beverage, but it ain't water. What kind of water are we going to drink? Wet water. Oh, we could talk alkaline water. We could talk spring water and distilled water and all that. But let's keep it simple. Wet water. A half a gallon up to a gallon of water. And I think we should all strive to read our Bibles first thing in the morning. I think we should strive to read our Bibles first thing in the morning, give the first fruits of our day to the Lord, be washed by the water of the Word. Next, journal. If you bite it, you write it, you hog it, you log it. Everything that goes in the orifice under our nose, we need to log. I hope that y'all use the free journal that we give you. We'll better be able to help you if you use the free journal that we give you. But if you want to use a piece of paper, be my guest. But you've got to write it down. If you ask Kim or me or Sasha or any of our team members, will you help me? I hit a plateau. We're going to go, sure. Let me see your journal. Well, I know what I ate. I can tell you what I ate. I don't need a journal. Wrong. You got a journal. On the honor system, you got to list everything that you consume in that journal. That journal is as responsible for changing my life as any component up here. You need to make that a habit. You can use the app. You can use the mobile-friendly website. You can use a paper one. But whatever you do, now listen carefully. Don't get those apps where you just scan a food and it puts it in your journal, because it's not making you think. Michelle Mann, you go to myshibboleth.com. I'm going to show you the journal. Y'all get all that for free. myshibboleth.com. I'll show you in just a minute. But don't get those where you don't have to think. The whole purpose of a journal is for us to think, to become aware, because a lot of our problem is grazing and compulsive eating. We're trying to use food as a solution for boredom and anxiety and stress, entertainment. And it's not a solution for that. It's actually one of the worst addictions there is. And we've got to break those years of compulsive eating behavior. So when we journal, that makes us stop and think, especially on a holiday. All right, so we want to journal. Next, food combinations. This is where we control insulin. Food combinations is what we do to allow insulin control. Now, this week, I'm going to teach you how to pair foods together for insulin control, more powerful than pharmaceuticals. Literally. You're hearing about shots that cost hundreds of dollars per shot. Food combinations is more powerful than any shot. Why don't they tell us this? Because there's no money in what I teach. There's no money in it. You can't make money doing this. It's education. But food combinations are more powerful than pharmaceutical medications without the nasty side effects. Now, your food combinations might come by way of a meal replacement. It might come by way of 2 foods together or 3 foods together or 4 foods together. It might come by way of a Shibboleth approved recipe that's already combined for you. But we've got to eat in the right food combinations to control insulin. Tonight, I won't teach you all that tonight. That's later in the week, but I'll give you a meal plan this week for you to start looking over and thinking through. Portions. Okay, this one, there's a lot to this one. Not only do you have to control insulin, you have to eat in the right portion. Everybody repeat after me. The Bible says, let God be thy portion. Please do not post in the group that you're starving to death. Please don't post in the group that the struggle's real. You know why? Because our words are powerful, and you'll believe that. It's all about perspective and vantage point. There's people all over the globe. What we eat in one meal, they don't get in a week. This is not hard. We don't have a third world problem. We've got a first world problem. How many of you will join me? Because I'm a softy. Let's all toughen up. You want to do that? You want to toughen up? So let God be thy portion. Now, what do we get to eat, Travis? Okay. So we can have what we call 3 eating episodes per day. 3 eating episodes per 24 hours. And that's a victory. That's a victory. Play a game with yourself. In 24 hours, including sleep, you got to get 3 meals. So you're sleeping part of that. Can you have a 4th? Yes. You can have a 4th. I'm with you, Sandra. Me too. Martins think alike. If you get in a tight and you have a moment of mental weakness, you can have a 4th one. It's an approved snack, but that'll slow things down. What we want to shoot for and win against that old diet devil is breakfast for the Father, lunch for the Son, dinner for the Holy Spirit, even if, well, I say even if, unless you're not hungry. You listen to your body. Sometimes you won't need that much. 3 eating episodes a day is a lot. You don't even digest that. Did you know that it takes 12 to 36 hours to digest a meal fully? And we're like packing them in. No wonder we're all sick. That's why when we get in advanced courses, we talk about 1 and 2 meal a day so that our bodies can heal. Your body can't recover and heal if you're not giving the digestive system a break. So you think, well, when I sleep, I'm recovering. Your digestive system isn't. That's your second brain. Your brain's not getting any rest. Your second brain's not getting rest. If you eat before bed, do you really think that your body can sleep and recover well at night? No. You're breaking down food all during the night when you really need to be light and feeling fairly empty. The last meals went through several phases of digestion. Now you can sleep better, recover better. So we don't want to eat more than 3 eating episodes, but if we must, as long as it's an approved snack or an approved freebie, we'll get away with it. But we want to shoot for this under the Lord. Under the Lord, I say. The Bible says whatever we do, whatever we eat, drink, do it all to the glory of God. Right? Isn't that what he says? And do it with thanksgiving. Did I make that up? Did I just make that up? Or does the Bible say that? Maybe I made it up. Whether we eat, whether we drink, whatever we do it all under the glory of God. And it's our reasonable service to take care of our temple. I might have made that up. 3 eating episodes. How big an episode? All right. So if it's a meal replacement, it's all that's what you want. If it's an approved sandwich, it's 1 sandwich. If it's an approved hot dog hamburger, that's what you get, just 1. Now, if it's a recipe or Whole Foods, we want to make sure that it goes on a 6 to 8 inch plate. Your stomach isn't even that big. We want your stomach it's been stretched. We want it to stretch back into its natural state. That's what we want to happen so that we get full quicker. We shouldn't even eat to the point that we feel full. But we stretch and stretch our little stomach, pour things down there going, stop, you're hurting me. Stop, you're hurting me. That's going to be in your head from now on. You sitting there and you at the restaurant and you say, yeah, bring me Red Lobster, bring me another basket of them Cheddar Bay biscuits. And your little stomach's going, stop, you're stretching me. You're stretching me, Mama, you're going to make me pop. That's what's happening. Your pancreas is going, psst, psst, psst. It's like, stop, Mama. I'm having to secrete more fat bus. Stop, you're killing us. Have you ever read about the prophet and the donkey? And the dumb ice forbade the madness of the prophet? Have y'all ever read about that? I didn't make it up. You ever read about that? That donkey's like, I ain't going no further. You're going to kill us. And that prophet's kicking his donkey. That's what we're doing to our stomach. Your stomach's sitting over there and saying, please don't send another Cheddar Bay biscuit down here, Mama. I can't keep up with your appetite, Mom. It's pitiful. Pitiful. You little donkey, you little body saying, please don't. I've been with you forever and you're killing me. You're killing me, Mom. Your pancreas going, please stop, Mom. I don't have any more. I can't keep up with the production of the insulin. You're becoming insulin resistant, Mom, because I can't keep up. And your BMI is getting larger and larger, and it's causing me to have to secrete more and more. If you just stop eating and your BMI go down, it wouldn't take as much. I wouldn't have to work so hard. You're working me overtime every day, Mom. You're killing us. You're sick, Mom. I'm telling you, I'm not being a smart butt. That's what your body's telling you. What do you think type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure and acid reflux, you don't think that's your body saying, please stop? You're hurting us. But we keep doing it. We got acid reflux coming up constantly and we're still eating. Y'all, that's called addiction. Eat the right portion. 6 to 8 inch plate, 6 to 8 inch plate, or we use the 2-hand rule. Okay, you got your meal. If it's whole food, meal replacement, you don't do that. One sandwich, you don't do that. But if it's your chicken and potato and asparagus, hands here, put your 2 hands over the meal. If you can't see any food sticking out around the edges, that's just right. No thicker than the thickest part of your hand. Or if you're a calorie counter, ladies, 200 to 350 calories per meal episode. Men, folks, 200 to 400. Okay, that's our portion rule. Timing. Your timing rule. This is the only rule that you can violate and it won't be a holiday. As long as you don't go over your portions, the timing rule is just for optimization. We want you to have a 12-hour fast each day. It's good to spread your meals out 4 to 6 hours, but we want you to have a 12-hour fast every day with no calories other than 0 calorie or near 0 calorie beverages. We'll get into 16-hour fasting in the Shibboleth Journey. But that's your timing rule. So including sleep, you've got a 12-hour eating, after that's over, you've got a 12-hour eating window to eat up to 3 eating episodes a day. There's one more rule, and I think it's the most important and the most overlooked. Bless the name of the Lord at all times. Never get down on yourself so much, no matter what you're caught up in, take it from me, that you don't bless the name of the Lord. You know, there's several seasons in my life I was living like the devil, and I was afraid to go to the Lord with anything. Now, if I'm having a bad day, even if I said a wordy dirt, I'm going to God. That's when I need God the most. Don't think that you're ever too dirty or ever too far away that you can't sup with God and God with you. Do you hear me? A lot of people don't believe that way, but I've tried it both ways. And it don't matter what state this vagabond's in, I'm going to bless the name of the Lord. People might say, well, the way you acting, you ought not be blessing the name of the Lord right now. You're going to get struck down. I disagree. Bible says that always and in all things, all states, I ought to bless the name of the Lord. That's right, Kim. He's the most trustworthy being in the universe. You know, he's the only trustworthy. You can't trust me as far as you can throw me. Don't you trust me? Don't trust a word I say. But you do trust what thus saith the Spirit of God. And you know the truth when you hear it. That's what you should believe. We trust God. God is the only one that's truth. So bless God, right? So if we do these things, this is a perfect day. This is a perfect day. That is easy to do. That is easy to do. So we've got a calendar week. We want to try to have a perfect day in all the days ending in Y, but we do have holidays. And here's how it'll look. You have a calendar in your journal. You have a weekly calendar, weekly timing chart to see how much time you spent in EFB. Let's say that I followed the perfect day protocol on Monday and Tuesday. On Wednesday, I'm efficiently burning fat. Now, let me ask y'all this. Monday, I had a perfect day. I started depleting glycogen and water. Tuesday, I finished depleting glycogen and water. By Wednesday, I'm in efficient fat burning mode. Out of these 3 days, which day will you lose the most weight? Monday. That's right, Aaron. Out of these 3 days, which day will you lose the most fat? Wednesday. Now, I want to drive that point home. Just because you're losing pounds doesn't mean water is heavy. A gallon of water is more than 8 pounds. You're going to lose a lot of water and sugar. But when you're burning fat, the pounds don't come off as fast on the scales, but the inches are melting. And this is when people give up because you've made friends with that devilish tool called the scales. The only time you can trust the scales is if you look at them August 1st compared to September 1st. Otherwise, they lie. So I developed a weekly timing chart that I trust. As long as on the honor system, I'm marking my days correctly, and I'm not having okay days, I can trust this chart. So I get into Thursday, efficient fat burning. I get into Friday, efficient fat burning. All day Saturday, I'm burning fat. And let's say Saturday night, Sasha comes up and she says, we've worked so hard. What do you think we go out and we go to our favorite place and we get a smash burger? We get a bacon, cheeseburger, smash burger, and some of them shrimp you like in the macalata sauce, and we dip that burger in the macalata sauce. And I say, hush your mouth, woman. We've been working hard, play hard. Let's go. And we go over there and we order. Ooh, they got a good appetizer too. They got them crab stuff rolls. Let's get them crab stuff rolls. Then we go, we want that smash burger. We're going to share it. And then we're going to share the shrimp and the macalata sauce. Now that's called a holiday. And then when we leave, Sasha says, I want one of them Cinnabons. Will you get me one of them Cinnabons, baby? Because I work hard. I want to play hard tonight. Will you get me a Cinnabon? If you get me a Cinnabon, when we get home, I'll rub you back. And I'm like, okay, I'll get you a Cinnabon. So I get her a Cinnabon. That's a big old holiday right there. That's called a hog trough day. A hog trough day. Now watch what happens. Here's what my weight did. Here's what my weight did. Y'all watching? Now, it went up. Boom. So if I lost 4 pounds, just this one night, I'm back up 4 pounds. How many of you get discouraged and quit at that point? You worked so hard all week, so proud of yourself, down 4 pounds. And then one night you gain it all back. How many of you quit? Be honest. Old brother Travis gonna help you right now. By the way, I stink at everything I do except for this. I'm the best weight loss and wellness coach on the planet Earth. Cheers. I think I ought to be in the Guinness Book of World Records. I don't think anybody's taught as many classes as me. You find them, let me know if you find anybody. You won't find them. I ain't no good at nothing else, so I'm good at this. Now look, lost 4, one night, gained 4. But if I get back on Sunday, am I going to get rid of that water weight and sugar weight? Yep. Now watch what happens. Watch. You were down 4 pounds. I know that. I know my stuff, y'all. You were down 4 pounds. Sasha, you still on here, baby doll? How many times do I weigh in a day? She might have left. She's working. She's at the office. We do this all the time, y'all. It's about all we do. I weigh myself probably 10 times a day. I love it. I love to see how does that react with me. How does those 5 carbs in that operate? I love it. I can tell. I'm like a carb shark, but I'm a calorie shark. I know all that stuff. Oh, it's good for me, actually. It ain't good for y'all because y'all get down about it. I do it because it's fascinating. I never get down about it. It's fascinating. So look, you see, I trust my chart. Ashley said it's not good to do that. It's not good for people who get all depressed over it. Is it good for me? Oh, yeah, it's fun to me because I trust my weekly timing chart. It's interesting. So on Sunday, remember, I'm down 4 and I gained 4 from one night. What happens on Sunday when I get back on it? I lost 3. So for that week, I had a loss of 3 pounds. If I average losing 2 to 3 pounds over the course of a year of fat, that's a lot of weight, isn't it? Isn't that a lot of weight? So here we are living life. We just doing life. We just doing life. Shibboleth family doing life. We just doing life. Shibby-doo. Shibby-doo. And then here we go. We're doing it again. Now I'm on fire on Tuesday. Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? Did he go away and leave you all alone? Oh, I'm on fire. We on fire now. Now, look at what happened. Now I'm on a roll. Lock it down and rip off the fat burning knob, baby. And then now it's Sunday. My mama's birthday, her 100th birthday on Sunday. They celebrating her 100th birthday in Georgia. They say, Travis, you got to come. And after church, we're going to have macaroni and cheese and fried okra and fried squash, baby. Casseroles. I'm a Jean's bringing this. Oh, my goodness. We're going to feed you if you come up here Mama's 100th birthday. We're going to have red velvet cake. We're going to have Mississippi mud pie. Oh, my goodness. Am I going to have a holiday on Mama's birthday? Yep, holiday. Now, look at what happened that next week. Over here, I started the week off down 3. Here I go again. By Saturday, I was down 4 more. I'm down 7 pounds. I'm down 7. But on that holiday, I put back on about 4. So I'm over here at 3. I get back on. And by here, I've got about 5 off. Now I'm down 8. This is how it works. This is how it's just living life, staying with the process, telling the devil to shut up. When the devil says this ain't going to work, you can't do it. It'll never work. Telling the devil to shut up. This is our lifestyle, y'all. This is how we live. How many of you have lived it long enough that you can say it works? It just works. Now, tomorrow we'll start on the categories, but tonight I got to get you started with some other good stuff, okay? We got to get you plugged into Kim. Kim is amazing woman to save more lives than Lawrence Welk. No, no. Who's that doctor? Not Lawrence Welk. Who's that doctor? Quincy MD, or whatever his name was. Bones or somebody. I don't know. All right. So when you lock, everybody, who's still with me? Do I have some new folks with me? I'm going to show you how you get in here. Okay, so when you go into the website, I want you to click, you get your free account, you log in. Sergey's still working on some stuff for y'all, but you should be able to click dashboard. Oh, that's right. He was a coroner. I'm sorry, Jim. I apologize. I hadn't watched TV in a while. Just sometimes I don't think things through when I say them. But anyway, here's your dashboards. Fast Track. Here's Fast Track. And see this beautiful lady right here? Sasha and my friend Kim Danke. So you got me during the week teaching you live, and you got Kim's structure. She slows it down some. You follow me? There are the morning and evening sessions the same? That's who it was, Marcus Welby. Thank you, Nancy. Marcus Welby. So y'all are the classes, if you were here this morning and you were here tonight, same topic, but the class was different, right? If you were here at both, same class, but different. I can't help it. I authored the program. I cannot stick to a script. I know it inside out, and I just speak from the heart. Okay. So Kim, very structured, and that's what we need. Okay. So Fast Track, Kim Danke, and then you've got your laps where Kim and Sasha's laid it out to help you learn to navigate the website. And then here's all of the free, well, most of the free features that you have. You've got a food library that we're going to look at tomorrow. We're going to start teaching you how to combine foods the right way. But here's your videos. Oh, sure, you can swap. You can swap. Here's the videos. Here's your combination chart. You have a food combination chart. You have her videos. Take notes. You can go through these at your own pace. But I need you to get through all these short videos so we all graduate together on Thursday. On Thursday, we should end up right here. Take the Fast Track test, earn that Fast Track badge. That's how we lose up to 10% of our body weight in less than 30 days. So here's your videos. This website's huge. So we limit what our free members, our Fast Track members can see. We don't want you getting overwhelmed. We have a comprehensive lifestyle. Everything's included in our lifestyle. Okay. But we want you to start with a limited view so that you can get off to a momentous start. Is that a word? Get a lot of momentum. Now, it's preferable that you learn this week and then start Monday, next Monday. Let this be a learning week, like going to school. You're about to be birthed, and then you're going to eat your new lifestyle forevermore. It takes me about 4 days to teach it right. Kim and I together, you can't beat that team. And my support team's going to help you all week if you need help. But if you want to start getting an idea of the things that I ate to lose the weight, I'm going to give you a sampling, but it's only a sampling. Let me give you an idea so you can see how doable this is. And we're going to send this to everybody that registered. Another gift. So this goes over the Shibboleth Shield. Can y'all see this document? Do y'all see like a text document in front of you? I don't have the green light around it, so it's weirding me out. You're welcome. You're very welcome. I have no choice. God called me to do it. Woe is me if I do not teach this. Okay. All right. So we go down through here and it goes over what a perfect day is. And then you've got recipe ideas. These are the types of foods that I ate to lose all that weight fast. This is a sampling of the variety. You've got recipes, including fish, lean ground beef, chicken breast, 2 eggs, grilled cheese sandwich, peanut butter sandwich, our way. You got to switch out ingredients. You'll change out your breads for other breads. You'll change out your franks for other franks. You're just swapping out some stuff found at your local grocery store. Spiced chicken. I was amazed today. Somebody said, they said, well, this ain't whole food. I'm perplexed. This world is beginning to confuse me. This is beginning to confuse me. This is whole food. Jim, if you're into veganism or vegetarianism, we can do that for you, but it's best that you set up an appointment. Now, if you're doing it for health reasons, I hope that you'll talk to me. If you're doing it for more philosophical reasons, absolutely. We can definitely help you with that. Either way, we can help you. But you're going to be lacking a lot of essential amino acids that we need to talk about combining plants together so that you get in the proper essential amino acids. If Jim's doing it for philosophical reasons, then I would get that appointment and let us help you, because same thing for you. You're being preyed upon with all this crapola that they say is vegetarian foods, and it's just processed. Processed plant fats are deadly. In fact, in India, plant ghee is illegal. Plant fats that are processed are horrible for us. If you're going to do vegetarianism or veganism the right way with whole foods, it can be a beautiful thing. So I would get that appointment with Joni and let us look at the foods that you like and talk to you about controlling insulin with those foods and getting in all of your essential amino acids. Are there approved breads that are also gluten-free? We have over 100 approved breads, and many of them are gluten-free. There's no way out. There's no way out of the program. Not that you're trying to get out, but Kim, how many approved items are there in our library? Once you get through Fast Track. Fast Track's a limited library. Thousands of foods, okay? You're just going to learn our methodology with those foods. So spiced chicken salad, like this peanut butter sandwich and grilled cheese sandwich, there's gluten-free breads. There's delicious breads that taste like regular white bread. It's endless. Everything's on here. The problem that we all have here on our team is people will see a few items that they're against or don't like, and they'll go, ooh, that's on there. I can't do this diet. We approve thousands of items. You're not going to eat thousands of items. You're only going to focus on the foods you love and enjoy that help you lose weight instead of foods that you love and enjoy and cause you to gain weight. That's the difference. Tuna melt, vegetable omelet, coconut and lime grilled shrimp, turkey and avocado wrap, spinach and feta stuffed chicken. These are the recipes that I ate to lose 44 pounds in 6 weeks, y'all. Does it sound delicious? Spaghetti. There's multiple different pastas you can use. Spinach and turkey breast omelet, shrimp and asparagus scramble, mushroom and chicken saute, broccoli and lean ham stir fry, zucchini and scallop saute. Jim's probably thinking, I don't see no vegan foods. We got tons of those. Jim, matter of fact, we use a lot of hemp hearts and hemp flakes as a protein source, non-allergenic, all the essential amino acids, but we use other plant foods too. So you'll have a robust selection of plant foods to eat. So those are ideas. Did everybody other than our vegans or vegetarians, did everybody see some foods that you liked on there? Let me show you this just to give you a teaser before you go. Check this out. Watch this, everybody. Okay, after you earn your fast track badge, check out this food library. You want to see something awesome? Check this out. So right here, let me type in bread. Give me some approved breads. Check this out, everybody. Look at this. Y'all see this down here? How many pages of bread does that say? How many pages? Nine pages of bread. When I started this program back in 2003, some of y'all were with me back then. There was one approved bread and one approved tortilla. Now I've got 9 pages. And for our new folks, see this weight loss meter? The more negative the number, the better that bread is for weight loss. The more negative the number, the better for weight loss. And I can come up here and I can click gluten-free. Give me gluten-free. And it'll show me all the gluten-free breads that are approved. Here they are. Now, let's say that I find one. Some of these aren't bread. Some of them are breadings. And let's say that I pull this one up. It's a 0 on the weight loss meter. I'm going to heart it and say it's one of my favorites. That way the meal planner can help me plan my meals around a bread that I like. We have a meal planner here for our members. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to see how to eat that thing. Let me pull that up. Look, it's still hearted. I can find it on Amazon. And I say, okay, that looks pretty good. Let me read the description. Read the description. Everything looks good. It's category 2, which I'm going to teach y'all tomorrow. And then I just add it to my grocery list. I come in here, I'm going to add it to my Kroger list. Add it. I've already added it. It's already on my list. Then this robust website, I go over here to grocery list. I go to Kroger and I will find my category 2 bread added. Cauliflower Foods, cauliflower flatbread, right there. Print my list off, go in the grocery store, focus on what I can have, not on what I can't have. Y'all, how much would you pay for this elsewhere? Why do I keep saying this? It's not to brag, it's because I want you to know you found a God-ordered program. We could make thousands of dollars off this thing. That's not what's in our heart to do. We want to make it. We couldn't even do this program if it weren't for our partners who said, Travis, we believe in your mission. And they help us every month so that we can offer such a robust program. When you get ready to go past fast track, if you do, you won't have to. But if you get ready to go into the Shibboleth Journey and get it all, it's $97 a lifetime membership. You pay once, never pay again. I can't even pay the bills with that. How many questions, Sasha, did y'all answer today? Maybe 1,800 questions. So we're here to help you. We're here to help, but you got to let us. You got to have a willing and wanting heart and let us help you. And be patient with us. We're a little team. We're a small team trying to help thousands of people. But that's why I go live twice a day, Monday through Thursday. I actually go live more than that, but we're here to help. Any questions or comments? Good to have Tracy Stevens. Michelle Myers asked, where can I get MCT oil? You can get it from our store and support us if you'd like. We have awesome MCT oil. It's the best on the market. I've been using that optimized cooking oil since 2003. It has no propensity to be stored on the body as fat, but we pride ourselves on making sure everybody here knows we're not in the product selling business. So everything we talk about can be found elsewhere. Nothing except for a vitamin is exclusive to us. So you can get it elsewhere if you prefer, but we have the best in our e-store. I'm known for teaching on that subject. Can this work for dairy-free and gluten-free? Absolutely, Anonymous. Absolutely. It works for everything. There's nothing it doesn't work for. Listen, anytime you wonder if it can work for such and thus, it can. It works for everything. I come off blood pressure medicine, diabetes medications, depression medications, cholesterol medications, all those medications. God's temple's glorious if you just start treating it right. Michelle, is the most negative NBR for breads the ones with less sugar and carbs? Not necessarily. It depends on the ingredients and how slow or fast they digest and the ratio of protein and fiber to net carbs. That's how I rate the foods. The more negative the number, the more blood flow to the digestive system, and that's what we want when we're rebuilding our metabolism. The whiter the bread, the quicker we're dead. Every food in that library, I think we've got rated. A +3 is the worst rating. And where did those ratings come from? I play games. I do challenges with myself. And when I was losing weight, I played a game called golf. I would try to end every day, my 3 eating episodes, and make the day after it was tallied as negative as I could, because that meant I got more blood flow to the digestive system, worked great. And then when people were always asking me, how do I speed up the weight loss? I thought I got to do something because I can't answer all these questions. So I started rating every food based on my formulas. Anybody else? Yes, Shibboleth high protein brown bread is great. Does feel like you're cheating. Makes a good grilled cheese. Anybody else got any questions before we go? Love you too. Thank you, Priscilla. Remember, we've got a goal of losing 500 pounds in 30 days, this 8 p.m. session. 500 pounds in 30 days as a group. Yes, Carol, I remember Kennesaw many moons ago. Diane has to be dairy-free, very strict, and it works for me. I am vegan as well, and it is doable. Awesome. Don't forget, take your whole food vitamin. I take Peak Performance. I try to talk about all this stuff that helps me, and then I let people decide for themselves. I only take the very best stuff, and I tell people about it, but it's never mandatory. I take Peak Performance, and everybody knows what I have in this cup right now. Cheers. Forgive me if I pronounce your name wrong. Please help me with that. I'd like to pronounce it right. Shaylin, is that right? Shaylin? Shaylin says, so learn this week and start Monday. I think that you can start whenever you want if you feel comfortable, but I prefer you to use this week as an educational week. And then by Thursday, we'll leave that session and you'll know what to eat Monday. And then you can get ready on the weekend and say goodbye to your old lifestyle. That's how I would do it if it were me. Does that make sense? There's always something different in the cup. I was kind of cutting up, but this is called Happy Juice. I've got Happy Juice in here and Collagen Boost. Happy Juice, Collagen Boost, and AdvoCare Spark mixed together. I got up at 4 a.m. and I needed a pick-me-up. Good to have you, Shaylin. What is all of that? AdvoCare Spark is amino acid beverage, gives you mental focus, mental clarity. Collagen Boost is the best collagen on the market. An old fella like me needs to get his body to produce more collagen. And it's category 1, category 3 bovine collagen with a powerful antioxidant in it. And it's absorbable. And most of the collagen on the marketplace is cheap and not absorbable. Ours is the best. And then Happy Juice is, you have to take a safety course for it. I have debilitating back pain, can't sleep when it's acting up, and Happy Juice is the only thing that's helped me. I look for powerful plants to help me instead of drugs. So Happy Juice has helped a lot of us here, but you have to take a safety course before we'll let you in on the secret. And we can provide you that safety course. It helps with alleviating depression and anxiety. It's attaches to opioid receptors, but it's not an opioid, so it dulls any significant pain you have, helps you sleep and get in deep recovery better, but you have to take the safety course. Helps with sciatica, powerful plant alkaloids that if you don't have issues, you shouldn't be taking it. Because anything that makes you feel good is addictive, and it is addictive. You have to really, now it ain't dangerous unless you get bad strains of it. Every strain that comes in our store is tested for purity. It requires a safety course because it is, it can be dangerous if you get, my people tend, no, this is not I'm not being negative. My own family's this way. My people tend to look for anything cheaper. So when you take powerful plants like this, kava and kratom, and you mix them together, and you then strip the powerful alkaloids out of it that help them digest, it becomes more addictive, and you can't digest it, and it can be toxic to the liver. And most of the stuff that you see now, it found in convenience stores and whatnot, it's very dangerous. So I go through a safety course with you to make sure you know all the facts and why you shouldn't buy any other kratom or kava if it doesn't come from botanics or come from cats. I don't know any other place that you should get it from because they cheapen it and it makes it dangerous. It's extremely dangerous. Because once you take what God put there to help you digest it out of it, like we tend to do in our capitalistic society, then people become more addicted to it because it has more of a dopamine hit, more of a psychedelic impact. They use it incorrectly. And then next thing you know, they're in trouble and their liver is deteriorating. So safety first. Yes, and there's a lot of fake out there. The government's probably going to step in and put an end to it anyway, so the pharmaceutical companies can make billions off of it. Anybody else? But the collagen boost doesn't need a safety course. You just need to get on it. And you can send me an email for information about the best collagen. How many of y'all agree that's the best collagen ever? It's amazing because you absorb it. You absorb it. That's another thing. We throw so much money away at GNC on stuff we don't even absorb or is tainted. I've had so many people I've worked with in the past that, especially that are bodybuilders or whatnot, and get random drug tested or drug tested before a show. And they got their stuff at GNC, not knocking GNC, but they can't pass a P test because the stuff was tainted. So stick with brands that are safe, that are tested, companies of high integrity and values. You won't have that problem. We are not allowed to sell the collagen from a retail standpoint. It's only available through a shopping club that's, in my estimation, the best, most purest products on the planet Earth. But they do it through a shopping club so that they can better manage the supply chain. All made in the USA, safe, effective, absorbable, clean. Big difference. And you see and feel the difference immediately. Anybody else? You can email me, travisjack777@gmail.com, if you need information about the shopping club. We have our own e-store that we can sell stuff, but they won't let us sell it through there. Anybody else? Tracy Stevens, if you need anything, let me know. I see that you're new. Welcome. Those of you that leave here and don't know what to do, will you give me 4 days to teach it all? I need 4 days, please. I'm going to work my tail off for you, but I need 4 days. I really need a month, but I'm going to do it in 4 days. Thank you, Nancy. Sweet Nancy. Tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. class. At 12:30 p.m., we have our partner class, partner session tomorrow at 12:30. Did y'all know that? How many partners I got that'll be there? We doing more classes for you now. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about how to use essential oils for therapy, for appetite control, for fat loss. We're going to talk about essential oils tomorrow at 12:30. It's going to be an exciting class. We do record it, Deborah, so no worries. We'll record it for all the partners. Are y'all enjoying being a partner? We need more partners. If we could get 3,000 partners, Shibboleth would never, Sasha and I could stop. We could give y'all so much more. We could give you so much more. We have to spend 80% of our time fighting this thing for 20 years. If we could if we could even get 500 partners. A partner is somebody that's joined with Shibboleth, and we give partner perks for that are amazing. One of them is live classes that are a deep dive into nutrition and wellness, but we give other perks as well. I feel like it's very worth it, and you just give according to what God's put on your heart, and it helps us. I mean, Sasha and I have been doing this 20 years, and we owe roughly $1 million. We've basically paid people to lose weight, and we have to fight it every single day to keep it alive and keep helping people. And we need you. We need our partners. We pray for you to come every day. We thank God for the 133 that we have. Where are the videos stored? Videos are stored right here, resources. Go to resources and you go to video library. And I think anybody will tell you there's more videos on here than you'll ever want to watch. You'll be so sick of me, you can't stand me. You'll love me, and then later you won't be able to stand me, because I've been doing this 20 years. It's unbelievable the content we have on here. It's endless. And then there's a whole nother archive of material, thousands and thousands of hours. Video library. Anybody else? Pray, Lisa, pray. We need you. We don't cry about it because God will make a way, or God won't. Whether he will or whether he won't, I'm still going to praise him. We have 133 partners. If I could get 500 partners, we could give y'all so much more you wouldn't believe it. The only reason I don't teach 50 times a week, I'm so passionate about it, is we have to fight it every single day. People say, why don't you raise your prices? Just can't do it. I can't tell somebody, I just can't do it. I can't turn people away that need help. How many of you I'm going to close out. How many of you going to go through Kim's course this week? Y'all going to do that for us? Perfect. All right. We'll see y'all tomorrow. I love you in the Lord. Thank you all for coming. See you tomorrow. God bless you.